Hi, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. I've made a short presentation about how you can best utilize 5-HTP to naturally help give you relief from anxiety, depression, and just general stress symptoms. And does it even work? Is it safe? And I'll also go over some reviews about this ingredient, talk about facts, myths, and important health warnings as well. And the reason I'm doing this is because honestly, I just believe there's so much misinformation online these days that my goal is to help reduce your confusion and help give some clarity. So let's get started. So the very first question is, how effective is 5-HTP for, relieving stress or anxiety or depression or panic attacks and all that type of stuff? So just to let you know, 5-HTP is an amino acid and occurs naturally in the body. And for technically speaking, it's a final step in the production of a neurotransmitter called serotonin. And what you need to know is serotonin is a good thing. It's a chemical that's responsible for many of the brain impulses involving satisfaction and well-being. So you want high serotonin levels. And 5-HTP is also created from and through the hydroxylation of L-tryptophan. But what this really means is that it's used to help create serotonin. And in Europe, 5-HTP has been used for decades to treat insomnia, anxiety, and depression. In fact, there's many clinical studies that have shown that 5-HTP, when used at the correct dose, can be equally effective to prescription drugs, but without the side effects. In fact, a few years back, there was 17 studies that were reviewed about 5-HTP, and 15 out of the 17, which is a lot, confirmed that 5-HTP works and is completely safe. So that's the good news. Of course, there's always, potential warnings and scams, and as with anything, even natural ingredients like 5-HTP, there are potential negatives. So what you need to do is use it correctly and at the right dose. And like I said, even though it's naturally occurring, one problem is when people start to self-medicate with 5-HTP and they use an incorrect dose, or they use too high of a dose. The problem ends up the person becomes very tired because, again, it helps create tryptophan, and tryptophan's like a sleeping amino acid. So if you take too high a dose or take it incorrectly, you end up actually becoming tired and lifeless and just not wanting to do anything. You're pretty much sedated, as opposed to feeling really energetic and happy and not having anxiety or depression. So here's some things that you need to do to help reduce and eliminate any negative side effects. First, you want to make sure that you're using a pure organic form of that 5-HTP. Second, you do not want to use a liquid form of 5-HTP because it can become ineffective and pretty much become toxic over a few months unless you use it right away. And so it's always best to use the pill form. And also, it's best to not take it by itself because, again, as stated earlier, you're going to need to use such a high dose to get the positive effects that at that higher dose you end up getting the negative side effects. One of them, big one, is being just overly tired and sedated. And therefore, it's best to combine it with other synergistic ingredients that are also natural, and I'll show you, I'll talk about some of those in a minute. And that's the important thing. When you combine a few ingredients together, you can use the least amount and get the most benefits without any side effects. So what's your best solution? What's the safest? Again, I'll be honest with you, no one single ingredient works 100% effectiveness forever, let alone for every single person. And this includes 5-HTP or any other single herb or nutrient. Just think about it. You don't only eat broccoli for best health, and you don't only want to use one herb or nutrient either. And the best products on the market use 5-HTP in conjunction with other key ingredients at specific dosages to dramatically help give relief to anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and stress without the side effects. And some key ingredients that you should look for that work in synergy with 5-HTP. One of them is phenobot. It's a great amino acid as well. It's been used in Europe for decades. St. John's wort, passion flower, valerian extract, inositol, and also a green tea extract, L-theanine. And this has to be decaffeinated. I'll talk about that a little bit more. But the one question that always comes out when I tell people this is that now they think, oh, all right, there's too many options. I'm going to have to take so many different pills and ingredients, and it's true. You end up having to take multiple pills, and it can become costly and confusing. Now, fortunately, there is a couple good products on the market that combine these key ingredients at the right dose. One product that has been proven for over 10 years, and I think almost 12 to 14 years, is a product called Provanix. And it contains all the key ingredients at the correct dose. It's clinically proven. It has a ton of great feedback. What I suggest is you scroll down this page and you're watching this video or whatever, go take a look at the Provanix, read the reviews, see how the ingredients are proven to work for you, and then give it a try, right? Let me know how it works for you. Send me an email, give me some feedback. I'd love to know how it works for you as well. And that's pretty much it. Give it a try, honestly, because as we both know, depression and panic attacks and stress really doesn't go away unless you do something about it, and it can really really ruin a part of your life. And I want you to take action. Go ahead and give Provanix a try. Let me know how it works for you. And as always, thanks for taking the time to listen. Stay happy and healthy, and have a fantastic day. Hi, it's Dr. Sam Robbins. I've made a short presentation about how you can best utilize 5-HTP to naturally help give you relief from anxiety, depression, and just general stress symptoms. And does it even work? Is it safe? And I'll also go over some reviews about this ingredient, talk about facts, myths, and important health warnings as well. And the reason I'm doing this is because honestly, I just believe there's so much misinformation online these days that my goal is to help reduce your confusion and help give some clarity. So let's get started. So the very first question